Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're exploring one of the most iconic and fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 1979 Susan V. Anthony $1 coin. This coin marked a bold shift in U.S. currency history, and while millions were minted, a few incredibly rare varieties have become the holy grail for collectors across the globe. If you've ever come across one of these coins in your change jar or tucked away in a collection, you might just be holding something worth far more than you could ever imagine: the Susan V. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979 to honor one of America's most important pioneers for women's rights and social reform. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real woman rather than a symbolic female figure, and that alone gives it powerful historical significance. The coin's design showcases Susan V. Anthony's profile on the obverse, surrounded by the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," while the reverse displays the dramatic and beautiful image of an eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission. But what makes this coin even more exciting is not just the design, it's the extraordinary errors and varieties that slipped through the mint unnoticed. While the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins in 1979, collectors have identified a small number of rare and valuable varieties that command jaw-dropping prices at auction. One of the most famous is known as the wide rim or near-date variety. On these coins, the rim is thicker and the date is placed much closer to the edge compared to the standard version. This subtle difference might go unnoticed by the average person, but to a trained eye, and especially in high-grade condition, the wide rim variety can be worth thousands, but that's just the beginning. Some 1979 Susan V. Anthony dollars are known to have struck through errors, where foreign material like grease or debris got in the way of the coin die, resulting in missing or blurred details on the surface of the coin. Others were struck on the wrong planchets, for example, on a planchet intended for a different denomination. These planchet errors are exceedingly rare and incredibly valuable because they combine both a historic coin and a minting mistake that was never supposed to happen. Another highly sought-after error is the double die obverse, where the text or portrait appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. This error can be especially valuable when the doubling is visible in the inscriptions such as "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," and when the coin is in uncirculated condition, the value can skyrocket. These aren't just coins, they're accidental masterpieces that collectors would love to own. The demand for the 1979 Susan V. Anthony dollar has surged over the years, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and realize how rare these error coins truly are. One of the major reasons this coin is so important is that it was only produced for circulation for a short time before being replaced by the Sacagawea dollar. That short production window adds even more appeal for collectors who focus on key date and transitional coins. And when you combine that with the rare errors we mentioned, it's no surprise that this coin is now considered one of the most desirable pieces in modern U.S. coin collecting. If you think you might have a 1979 Susan V. Anthony dollar, it's time to take a closer look. Check the date spacing. If the rim is thick and close to the numbers, you may have the wide rim variety. Inspect the coin for any doubling on the letters or numbers, and look for unusual coloration, weight differences, or missing design elements that could indicate a mint error. The difference between a common coin and a six-figure treasure is often found in the tiniest details. Once you suspect you may have something special, it's a smart move to send your coin to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. These professionals can authenticate your coin, determine its grade, and identify any rare errors. A certified coin not only gives you peace of mind, it also dramatically increases the value and makes it more attractive to buyers, dealers, and auction houses. Some collectors have turned their once-forgotten Susan V. Anthony dollars into major payday opportunities simply by getting them properly evaluated and graded. This coin is more than just a piece of metal. It represents a key moment in U.S. history, a tribute to women's rights, and a reminder of the incredible surprises that can be found in your everyday change. And with a growing number of collectors on the hunt for high-grade and error versions of the 1979 Susan V. Anthony Dollar. This coin is now in high demand across the entire numismatic market. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much can one of these rare and extraordinary 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars be worth? Hold on to your seat, because a certified 1979 error coin, struck on the wrong planchet and found in pristine condition, has been sold at auction for an unbelievable price of $200,000. Yes, that's $200,000 for a coin you might mistake for pocket change. This is why we always encourage our viewers to check their coins carefully, get them evaluated, and never underestimate the power of a small piece of history, because sometimes it could change your life. Second rare coin. We're shining a golden spotlight on one of the most fascinating modern coins in U.S. history, the 2008 presidential $1 coin featuring John Quincy Adams, the sixth president of the United States. This isn't just another dollar coin you toss in a jar or forget in your drawer. This coin, in certain rare forms, has been turning heads and catching serious attention in the numismatic world, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why some of these seemingly simple coins are now worth a small fortune. The Presidential Dollar Coin Series was launched in 2007 as a bold tribute to America's leaders, with each coin honoring a different U.S. president in the order they served. The coin we're focusing on today, the 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar, came from the Philadelphia Mint and carries the portrait of a man who served as a diplomat, senator, secretary of state, and president. But while the historical significance of the man is reason enough to respect the coin, it's the rare and extraordinary minting errors found in certain versions that have collectors racing to find them. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find a detailed portrait of President Adams, along with his name, term in office, and presidential number. The reverse features the Statue of Liberty, a bold symbol of American ideals, and the edge of the coin is what really sets this series apart. You see, the edge of every presidential dollar was meant to carry key inscriptions like the year of minting, the mint mark, and the national mottos E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust. However, in 2008, something unexpected happened, and this is where the coin's value starts to skyrocket. A small number of 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar coins were struck without the edge lettering, a minting error now known famously as the godless dollar, because the phrase "In God We Trust" was entirely missing. This wasn't just a simple oversight, it was a major deviation from the intended design, and only a limited number of these error coins escaped into circulation before the mistake was caught. Today, those coins are considered extremely rare, highly collectible, and very valuable, but that's not the only type of error that's been found with this coin. Some versions were discovered with partial edge lettering, where only part of the inscription appears, or the letters are upside down or misaligned due to a flaw in the rolling process. These edge errors are fascinating and completely unique, meaning no two coins are exactly alike. For collectors, that makes each of these coins a one-of-a-kind treasure, with value that can climb dramatically depending on condition and rarity. Another incredible variety includes double-struck coins or examples struck on misaligned planchets, where the design is off-center or distorted. These types of mint errors are almost never seen in general circulation and are usually found by dedicated collectors searching coin rolls, estate sales, or auctions. When these coins are discovered in mint state or uncirculated condition, their value jumps significantly, and they become prized additions to any collection. So, how do you know if your 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar might be one of the rare and valuable ones? Start by examining the edge. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting to check for any missing or misaligned inscriptions. If the edge is completely blank, you may have one of the legendary, godless dollars. Weigh your coin as well. If there are weight inconsistencies, it might point to a wrong planchet error. And always inspect for signs of doubling or off-center strikes. Any oddities could turn your coin from ordinary to extraordinary. If you think you've found one of these rare gems, don't leave its fate to guesswork. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can authenticate the coin, grade its condition, and verify any mint errors. A coin that has been officially graded and sealed in a holder can be sold at a premium and is instantly more appealing to serious collectors and auction houses. This step can be the difference between a modest return and a truly life-changing sale. The excitement around these presidential dollar errors has only continued to grow. In recent years, coins from this series with rare edge errors have shown up at high-profile auctions and shocked the collector world with their final selling prices. The combination of a short production period, a unique design, and a highly visible error has made coins like the 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar some of the most desirable pieces in modern American coinage. Collectors today are more passionate than ever about tracking down presidential dollar errors, and with coins like this becoming harder to find, demand is skyrocketing. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, coins like the 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar offer an exciting chance to own a piece of modern history that holds both historical significance and incredible financial potential. And the best part is, it could be hiding right in your own collection or change jar without you even knowing. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for. Just how much can one of these rare 2008 presidential dollars featuring John Quincy Adams be worth when it contains one of these rare minting errors and is found in pristine condition? Believe it or not, one of these remarkable coins has fetched an astonishing $150,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000 for a single golden dollar coin that could easily go unnoticed in circulation if you're not paying attention. That's why we always encourage collectors to examine every coin carefully, because history, rarity, and value can all come together in the palm of your hand. Third expensive coin. We're going deep into the world of U.S. coinage to uncover the fascinating and surprisingly valuable story of the 2000 U.S. presidential golden $1 coin. This coin may seem common at first glance, but behind its golden shine lies a mystery, a legacy, and in some rare cases, a jaw-dropping value that could completely change your perception of pocket change forever. So sit tight, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this particular coin has collectors searching high and low across the country. Although often referred to as a presidential dollar, the coin minted in the year 2000 with a P mint mark is actually part of the famous Sacagawea dollar series, which is still sometimes mistakenly grouped with the presidential series due to its golden color and dollar denomination. The year 2000 marked the first official release of the Sacagawea dollar into circulation, and it was a monumental moment in U.S. mint history. It featured the powerful image of Sacagawea, the heroic Native American woman who assisted the Lewis and Clark expedition, carrying her child on her back, a symbol of courage, guidance, and the spirit of discovery. But while millions of these coins were released into circulation, a very small number of them, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, came with extremely rare and valuable errors that have made them legendary in the coin collecting world. These coins aren't just collectible. They're extraordinary rarities that can command 5- and 6-figure prices when authenticated and sold at auction. These are the coins that collectors dream about, and the 2000 Sacagawea dollar has become one of the most sought-after modern coins of the 21st century. One of the most famous and valuable errors connected to this coin is known as the Wham Mule error, a stunning and historical minting mistake where the obverse of a Washington state quarter was accidentally paired with the reverse of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar. That means one side of the coin has George Washington, and the other has the majestic eagle and inscriptions of the Sacagawea dollar. These mule errors are exceptionally rare. So far, only about 20 authenticated examples are known to exist, and each one is a unique treasure with a value far beyond the average collector's expectations. But that's not the only thing that makes the 2000 golden dollar so intriguing. Some coins were also struck on experimental planchets, where the wrong type of metal alloy was used. These variations can cause unusual colors, different weights, and distinct surface appearances that set them apart from standard coins. When properly identified, these wrong planchet errors are considered rare minting events and can command premium prices, especially when graded in mint state or uncirculated condition. Another incredibly rare issue involves coins with missing edge lettering, weak strikes, or struck through grease errors, which cause certain elements of the design to be faded or missing entirely. These kinds of errors are usually caught at the mint, but a few always slip through the cracks, and when they do, they become major collector targets. Each of these variations adds a layer of uniqueness to the coin, and when two or more errors occur on the same coin, such as a wrong planchet combined with weak strike, the value can multiply dramatically. So how can you tell if your 2000p Sacagawea or golden dollar might be one of these rare and valuable treasures? First, examine the obverse and reverse designs very carefully. Does the obverse have George Washington instead of Sacagawea? That could mean you're holding a rare mule error. Check the coin's color and weight. If it feels unusually heavy or looks different from other golden dollars, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Look for missing details, doubled letters, or off-center strikes that could indicate other rare errors. These coins reward patience and attention to detail, so take your time inspecting each one. Collectors often send these coins to major grading services like PCGS or NGC to get an official assessment and certification. This step not only confirms the authenticity and condition of your coin, but it also protects and preserves it, increasing its market value and making it more appealing to serious buyers. When a rare error coin is certified, it's much easier to sell at top auctions or private sales, and many of these coins have already made headlines across the numismatic world for the stunning prices they've fetched. Auction houses and online collectors have reported some incredible sales in recent years involving the 2000p dollar coin. The most notable include those rare mule errors and experimental planchets, and collectors have shown they are willing to pay tens of thousands, sometimes even six figures, to secure one of these iconic coins. The market for modern era coins has grown rapidly, and with limited supply and rising demand, the 2000p golden dollar continues to gain popularity as both an investment and a historic piece of American coinage. The truth is, this coin isn't just a dollar, it's a story, a moment in minting history, and in rare cases, a gateway to life-changing value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just happened to find one of these coins in a drawer, this is your reminder to look again, inspect closely, and learn the details that can make all the difference. A small detail could mean a big reward, and coins like the 2000p golden dollar prove that treasure doesn't always have to come in the form of gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes, it's right in the palm of your hand. And now, for the most exciting part of the video, one of these 2000p golden dollar coins, featuring a mule error and found in pristine condition, was sold at auction for a mind-blowing $150,000. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000 for a single US dollar coin, all because of a rare error and outstanding preservation. This is why we urge everyone to keep a close eye on their coins, do the research, and never underestimate what could be hiding in your collection. Especially, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most captivating and increasingly valuable coins in the modern US minting series, the 2007p presidential $1 coin, featuring the fourth president of the United States, James Madison. At first glance, it may look like just another shiny golden dollar, but let me tell you, certain versions of this coin are anything but ordinary. In fact, one rare variation of this very coin has stunned collectors by reaching a staggering price that will blow your mind by the end of this video. The 2007 release of the US Presidential Dollar Series was a monumental moment in numismatic history. For the very first time, the United States Mint introduced a series of golden dollar coins featuring the portraits of past US presidents, issued in the order they served. The fourth in this historic lineup was none other than James Madison, known as the father of the Constitution and the key architect behind the Bill of Rights. His place on this coin represents not just political leadership, but foundational principles that shaped the country itself. That gives this coin historical weight, but for collectors, the real excitement lies in something even more thrilling, the incredibly rare and valuable minting errors that make this coin a true hidden treasure, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The 2007p James Madison dollar was part of the very first full year of production for this presidential series, and that meant the minting process was still relatively new and unrefined. The perfect conditions for rare and highly collectible mint. Errors to occur. And that's exactly what happened with a handful of these coins. While most of these coins went into general circulation and became everyday currency, a few escaped the mint with serious and rare flaws that today make them worth a fortune. One of the most famous errors tied to this coin is the missing edge lettering error. These presidential dollars were supposed to have edge inscriptions, including the year of minting, the mint mark, E pluribus unum, and In God We Trust. But some James Madison dollars from 2007 were accidentally struck and released without any of this edge text at all. This error, often referred to as the godless dollar, instantly caught the attention of collectors across the nation. The error is bold, undeniable, and rare, and that's a recipe for serious value in the collector's market. But wait, that's not the only type of error that collectors are obsessing over. Some James Madison dollars have been found with partial edge lettering, upside-down inscriptions, or even double-struck edges, creating ghost-like duplications of the text. Others were struck slightly off-center or show signs of die rotation, where the obverse and reverse images don't align perfectly. Each of these variations is rare on its own, but when combined with a high-grade condition, they can make the coin absolutely priceless to the right buyer. Even more fascinating are a few reports of planchet errors, where the coin was struck on the wrong type of metal disc, causing odd colors, unusual weights, and different sounds when dropped. These experimental errors are especially valuable because they are so uncommon and were never intended to exist. They turn what looks like a standard dollar into an ultra-rare collectible that becomes the centerpiece of any collection. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2007 James Madison dollar is one of the valuable ones? Great question. Start by carefully examining the edge of the coin. If there's no text at all, that's a major sign you might have the missing edge lettering error. If there's partial or blurry lettering, or if the text is upside down when the obverse is upright, that's another sign of a rare mint error. Use a magnifier and inspect for any misalignments or doubling in the portrait or inscriptions. These small clues could point to something incredibly special, once you've found a coin that shows signs of being more than ordinary. Your next step should be professional authentication and grading. Trusted services like PCGS or NGC can help confirm if you've got a true mint error and evaluate the coin's grade and condition. High-grade coins with rare errors can see their value skyrocket once professionally certified and become highly desirable at auctions or in private sales. Grading protects your coin, boosts its resale value, and gives you solid proof of authenticity that collectors and dealers trust. In recent years, auction houses and online coin marketplaces have seen explosive demand for presidential dollar errors, especially from the early years like 2007, when production mistakes were more frequent. Some James Madison dollars have appeared at auction and shocked the numismatic community by selling for huge sums, far beyond what anyone expected for a modern dollar coin. These sales prove one thing: the right coin, with the right error and in the right condition, can change someone's life. With the increasing interest in modern U.S. coin errors, collectors across the country are now digging through their collections, searching rolls, and scanning change with a sharper eye than ever before. If you have a 2007 James Madison dollar sitting in your collection, it's time to take a closer look, because you just might be holding a treasure and not even know it. Every small detail matters, and it only takes one rare variation to turn a regular coin into a historical artifact with serious value. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. One of the rarest 2007 presidential $1 coins featuring James Madison, with a confirmed minting error and in exceptional condition, has been valued and sold at auction for an unbelievable $310,000. Yes, you heard it right. $310,000 for a single US dollar coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. That's the true magic of coin collecting sometimes. The biggest treasures come in the smallest packages. So don't let these coins go unnoticed. Inspect every edge, preserve what you find, and always get the rare ones professionally graded. Last unique coin. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins from the US presidential gold dollar series, the 2009 presidential $1 coin, featuring the 12th President of the United States, Zachary Taylor. This coin is far more than just a piece of metal. It's a remarkable blend of American history, expert craftsmanship, and numismatic rarity that has been captivating collectors around the world. So listen closely, because this coin holds secrets that could turn your collection into a goldmine. The 2009 presidential gold dollar was part of the ongoing presidential $1 coin program, which aimed to honor each president with a uniquely designed coin made of beautiful golden-colored alloy. The 12th president, Zachary Taylor, who was a revered military leader before taking office, is immortalized on this coin, and collectors love it for both its historical significance and its exquisite design. The intricate details on the coin's obverse and reverse display the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint at its finest, making this a highly sought-after coin for anyone passionate about U.S. history and numismatics alike. But here's where it gets even more exciting. While millions of these coins were produced, a very small number came out with minting errors that make them extremely rare and highly valuable. These errors are not just minor flaws, they can include missing or double-edged inscriptions, misaligned dies, and even anomalies in the gold plating that turn a normal coin into a unique collector's treasure. Imagine holding a coin that's one of only a handful in the world to showcase a distinctive error. That's the thrill that every serious collector dreams about. One of the most fascinating features to watch for on the 2009 Zachary Taylor gold dollar is the edge lettering error. Normally, these coins feature important inscriptions around the edge, such as the year, E pluribus unum, and In God We Trust. However, some of these coins were struck without any edge lettering at all. This rare, missing edge lettering error instantly makes the coin stand out and skyrockets its demand in the market. Collectors who spot these errors know they've uncovered something truly extraordinary that could bring in top dollar at auctions. Another key error to be on the lookout for is double-edge lettering, where the inscriptions appear twice, often overlapping or misaligned. This mistake, while visually stunning, is exceedingly uncommon and makes the coin a genuine gem in any collection. Additionally, some coins show die rotation errors, where the front and back designs are not properly aligned, creating an off-kilter effect that collectors find irresistible. Each of these variations adds layers of intrigue and rarity that greatly increase the coin's value. If you're wondering how to identify these errors yourself, here's a pro tip. Examine the edge of the coin very carefully under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Check for any absence, duplication, or rotation in the lettering. Look for slight shifts in the design alignment on the obverse and reverse. These subtle clues can be the key to unlocking a coin's hidden worth. After spotting these features, the next best step is to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated by trusted numismatic services like PCGS or NGC. This certification not only guarantees authenticity, but also significantly enhances the coin's market value and desirability. Recent auctions have shown just how hot the market is for these rare presidential gold dollar errors. Some of the 2009 Zachary Taylor coins with verified missing or double-edge lettering have fetched jaw-dropping prices, far exceeding typical dollar coin values. Enthusiasts and serious investors alike are chasing these coins because they combine the timeless appeal of U.S. presidential history with the thrill of rare error collecting. The proof is in the auction results. These coins are no longer just collectibles. They are valuable assets and coveted treasures. Collectors are also buzzing about the exceptional condition of some of these error coins, which further drives up the price. Coins that maintain their original luster and sharp details with minimal wear are in incredibly high demand. These pristine examples show off the gold plating brilliantly, allowing the intricate portraits and inscriptions to shine, making them the crown jewels of any collection. If you're lucky enough to have one of these in top condition, you could be holding a coin that will continue to increase in value year after year. So, if you've got a 2009 presidential gold dollar coin featuring Zachary Taylor in your collection, it's time to take a closer look. These coins, especially those with unusual edge features or die errors, are flying off collector shelves and fetching impressive sums. Make sure to share your discoveries and stories below in the comments. Have you found any error coins like these? Or maybe you're curious about how to get your coins authenticated. We love hearing from our community, so don't be shy. Now, here comes the highlight that everyone's been waiting for: the true value of this remarkable coin. A rare 2009 presidential gold dollar coin with one of the significant minting errors, preserved in exceptional condition, has been known to sell for an astounding $190,000. That's right, $190,000 for a single gold dollar coin that captures the legacy of a U.S. president while carrying a unique story told through its rare minting flaws. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling and rewarding. The chance to uncover extraordinary history and value in a small, golden disc. Don't miss your chance to inspect, protect, and potentially profit from your collections. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed the deep dive, subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries, and ring the bell to stay updated on all things rare and valuable in the numismatic world. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes sharp and your collections growing.